and welcome back today to Craft, Create, and Bake. I hope you are having a wonderfully fantastic day, and if not, I hope my videos can make your day a little bit brighter. Today we are going to be talking about how amazing band is and why you should join band if you're maybe thinking about it, if you're not too sure, and then we're going to talk about marching band, because marching band is just a whole other experience outside of concert band. And so this is obviously a video for kids who are in school thinking about joining band for the first time, maybe beginner band, or maybe you are a student, maybe, I'm not sure how it works in other places, but in my school, you're in band until 8th grade, and then you have to make the decision, do you want to go into marching band or do you want to quit band? So a lot of kids are on the edge about marching band just because it's a lot. But I will say that it is an amazing commitment to make. But before I get into the rest of this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe down below, and click that notification bell. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. So today is obviously a little talk chat about how great band is. If you hear licking in the background, my dog's down here. She'd love to get up on the bed with me, but she's lazy. Anyways, so band. Band is fantastic. Band is a creative way for kids to let out energy, to learn new things. It helps you study. It helps make you more responsible. It helps with studying in school. It helps with memorization. Band is overall just an incredible thing. And also you can add on the skill of knowing how to play an instrument, which is amazing for a lot of different things, especially when applying to college. You can put this on your resume and it looks fantastic. So it's been a long time since I've started band, I think 4 years now. I started band going in the 6th grade, so when I was about 11, I believe. And I chose to play flute just because that was what my mom played when she was in high school. She also did marching band, so I was very lucky to grow up in a musical family. Well, only on my mom's side. Dad, not very great with that kind of thing. But yeah, I was very lucky to grow up in a musical family, and I actually have the flute here that my mom played in high school. It is a sterling silver Artley. It is a professional flute with a third key on the foot joint. It's pretty amazing. I love this flute very much. It moves very well. It's been through a lot. It's got quite a story behind it. If you'd like to hear more about this flute and learn about it, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, it's an incredible thing that I was able to grow up in this family. And so I kind of knew once I got into 5th grade and we started to have to think about choosing our electives, I knew I was going to do band. No question about it. Art sounded cool and all. I mean, dance sounded pretty fun too. But band was going to be my thing. And so when it came around, I joined band. I got to play so many different places. It was so much fun. I was really lucky to be in an amazing band program as well. Especially in the 6th grade, I was taught by Miss Bruce, my beginner band teacher, for any George Ranch kids, or George Ranch, Polly Ryan, or Reading Junior High students, then you will know how great she is if you had her. She's pretty great. She taught me pretty much everything I need to know for the fundamentals of playing flute. And during that time in 6th grade, our director, Mr. Piazza, who is now a high school director, actually started a concert band within beginner band, because in beginner band you're just with your instrument, you're learning how to play that instrument, you get to make a whole bunch of friends who play the same instrument as you, and you basically spend the entire year with them. You do 2 concerts, a spring and a winter concert, and at the winter concert it's the very first time you play with the entire band, and it is such an exciting experience. It's pretty funny to see how serious everyone is about this concert, because you want to take it seriously. It's your very first one. So everyone's always super excited. I remember that concert very well. We had so much fun. I remember being like in attention the entire time, ready to do anything I was asked. I was popping up perfectly every time. I was so ready, and I actually got first chair for our very first concert. I had tested in the first chair. Chair tests are another thing. They're not as scary as they sound. It's just you playing for your teacher. That's all you have to think of it as. Like, they hear you play all the time. It's just like a little bit by yourself. That's all it is. And if you do well, guess what? You get to go up higher in your chair. So yeah, it's another motivation to practice as well. So there are two options when it comes to band. You can practice a lot and be amazing at your instrument, which is what I tried to do a lot, especially in the 6th grade, because I wanted to develop a good tone quality, a good embouchure, which is what we call our mouth, that rests against the head joint. How our mouth looks on the head joint is kind of like our embouchure. I really wanted to be amazing at it, just like my mom was, because my mom played from 5th grade all throughout high school, so she was pretty much incredible. She was always a little nervous at chair tests, though, so yeah, I kind of took her advice from those and tried to be better. Tried not to be nervous around my teachers so I could do better, and that's what led me to being first chair at my first and second concert. I was second chair. So yeah, it was pretty amazing experience. I got to meet so many people who love flute just as much as I did, and it was pretty cool. And then 7th grade came, and 7th grade is when you actually join a band, and it's like the entire year you're always with your band. And so you guys become like an amazing family. And of course, I had classes with a lot of these people because 7th grade is a lot smaller than high school. And so I knew these people so well. We had this amazing thing where on someone's birthday, someone would start out with this giant whiteboard at the front of the room. Someone would write their name, happy birthday. I'm just going to use my name, Hannah. And then they'd put exclamation points, hearts, and then everyone in the band would sign the board. And it was like 80 people. It was so cool. And then that person just went on feeling amazing for the rest of the day. And I had a couple really amazing friends in the flute section last year who are actually in 7th grade, obviously. Last year I was in 8th grade because now I'm in the high school band. But it was just an amazing experience to be able to be in a band. I had amazing directors. First year I was in middle band with Miss Bruce. Second year I was in top band with Mr. Cranston. Mr. Cranston is absolutely incredible. He's the nicest guy. He is amazing at teaching. He's so patient. And I learned so much from him about music and just life lessons in general. It was pretty incredible. So yeah, I definitely owe a lot of what I know about music to him and Miss Bruce. And yeah, we actually did some incredible things with our band last year. We were really good performers, not to like pat our band on the back or anything, but pat our band on the back because we worked so well as a group together, and it was just pretty amazing. And then it came time for the 8th graders to decide if they were going to continue in band next year and do the marching band, commit to the lots of work, so much work, or if they were going to move on and do something else that either required less work or required the same amount of work, but they just it was a different idea. So a lot of my friends that were in the flute section, they did not continue band like I did. I carried on the marching band. So a lot of my friends, they went on to be what we call at our school bells, which is like JV dancers basically for the football team. And so that was pretty cool. A lot of them are awesome dancers, so maybe it's what they were meant to do, but I definitely stayed with the band. It was really hard, I'm not gonna lie, but I think the reason I joined the marching band was because of how incredible it sounded to have a family. It's so hard to explain how accepting marching band is of everyone. Now, not everyone's always going to like each other. It's pretty much impossible to get a room of 160 kids who all like each other. It's not going to happen. But we tried to create a place where everyone could come, and if someone didn't like them, so what? You weren't going to tell them that you didn't like them. You were going to keep it to yourself. You weren't going to be mean to them, anything like that. And honestly, you guys, I made so many friends during summer band. It was an incredible experience. It was very hard. Don't get me wrong. I have an underlying condition, or an invisible condition, and it's called Crohn's disease. And it was very hard for me because right before summer band started, I had a flare-up. And literally 2 days before, I was crying. I was so upset because I was so excited for marching band. I was ready for summer band. And I know it's weird to be excited to be standing in the heat for like 4 hours and then going inside and standing some more for another 4 hours. But I was so excited, and I was so excited to make friends and meet new people. And I have some amazing senior friends. And I'm so bummed that this whole quarantine thing happened because we were going to spend so much time together before the year ended, and then we were going to have our amazing band banquet, which happens if you join band. There's a band banquet at the end of the year, which is just incredible. So I was so upset. I was devastated when I found out that we're probably going to be missing it. We might not, but it's looking like they might cancel school for the rest of the year, so we'll see. But I will just say that if you're debating between it, I would say yes. No matter what it is that might be holding you back, I would say join, because everyone's welcome. If you have money, financial issues, then they're so willing to work with you. They want you to be in band. So it doesn't matter to them. They're able to work something out so you can be in marching band. If you are worried that you will be tired, I mean, you're going to be tired. I don't know. I don't know what these concerns might be. It is a huge time commitment, I will say that. It is a month out of your summer that most kids are spending at home sitting on their couches playing video games, but it is worth it. You create a family. It's hard work, but during competition season, all of the hard work pays off so much, and it's kind of incredible to see like what you can make with just people playing music and how incredible it can be. And then, once marching season's over, you go back in a concert band mode and you start doing UIL and solo and ensemble and personal competitions along with band competitions. And you get the normal band experience that you had from the year before, and you get marching band. I would also like to include that marching band is half a PE credit because it's only a semester of working. So it's half a PE credit, and then the next year you get another half. And that's your full PE credit required for graduation. And it could be different at other schools, but that's how it is at mine. So that might be something to consider. If you don't want to take normal PE, take marching band. It's incredible. It's definitely brutal during the summer. Lots of water drinking needs to happen before, during, and after practice. You have to start drinking like 3 weeks before, like a gallon a day, just to make your body super hydrated, ready for the heat, especially in Texas. I don't know what it's like in other states. My mom personally did marching band in Michigan, and she said it was pretty bad up there too because they don't have Texas's humidity, and so it was like just sun, no wind. It was really dry, really hot, dry, hot. Down here, I don't know if the humidity helps or not, but I know that we get up to like 100 degrees, 110 degrees sometimes. And so that's a little rough. We've definitely had some like issues with heat, but you just have to be smart about it. I think band is amazing. I'm just going to leave it at that. Marching band is absolutely incredible. You get a family, and it's incredible. It's just a family that will accept you. You get to meet so many people, make so many friends. And like when you go out to new events and stuff, we went to BOA, Bands of America, in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. And it was incredible. We got to meet so many different people from so many different bands. We got to show off to these people, show off to our parents, show off to judges, which was horrifying. But we did our show for the judges. And I tell you this, if you're worried about messing up, you are going to mess up. It's okay. Get over it. Move on. Make yourself better if you do. So yeah, I think that is pretty much all I'd like to say about marching band and band in general. it's incredible. You're going to meet some incredible people, and it is going to be wonderful. If you've had a bad experience in the past with band, try to forget it, because no band is the same. From 6th grade to 7th grade, it was completely different. I felt like I was being thrown into a whole new experience. And then from 8th grade, when I thought I finally got it, I finally knew, they threw me into high school, and I had no clue what I was doing, but they taught me everything I needed to know. So it was pretty great. So yeah, I'd say if you're debating, just do it. If nothing else, if it's really that hard, you can quit. But I do not recommend it. It is incredible to be able to commit to something this big. And like I said, if you're worried because you have some sort of condition, like I do, they were so accommodating in my condition. They just wanted to make sure that I was able to make music and have fun. If you have a mobility condition, there are other things you can do. Wow, I'm words today. My friend plays oboe, and obviously, for those of you who know, that is not a marching instrument. So she moved on over to percussion. And so if you have a mobility issue, percussion will accommodate you, because most of the time, they're kind of like performers at the front. We call them the pit, or front ensemble, I guess. Sorry, it's been almost 6 months since summer band, so I've forgotten a little bit of the terminology, but you can be part of them if you have any mobility issue, because a lot of the time they're not walking around or anything like that. They are performing with their bodies. They kind of create a whole show with their bodies. Like when they pull their sticks out, they are like very in sync and come down together. It is incredible. I don't know a lot of the terminology for percussion. I apologize. But yeah, it is very accommodating. You get to meet so many people. You get to make so many friends. And I would highly recommend to anyone who is thinking about it. You also get to make something amazing with music. You get to make an entire show that you get to play in front of people almost every Friday night during football season, which is awesome. It is some late nights, but you get cookies, so that's pretty great. You also get to hang out on the bus ride to and from the games with your friends. You get to have bus buddies, and it's... Hey there, voiceover Hannah here. I just figured while I'm paused in this beautiful position, I'd tell you that this does not only involve winds or percussion, this also involves color guard. If you are in color guard, then band is just as amazing for you guys as well. Most of this stuff pertains to people in color guard, and I would highly recommend, if you're in color guard and you're on the edge, that you join too. It's just an amazing experience. You also get a cool uniform. I have to mention that. It feels so cool to be in the uniform for the first time. I felt like I was on top of the world, and it was just like a fitting. So like, you know, I can't even begin to explain the amazingness of bands. I tried to in this short video, but it's just so incredible that you can't really fit it in a video. But yeah, for anyone who's debating about whether or not you should join band, I'd say do it. What do you have to lose? You can always drop out if it's really that awful, but I promise you it won't be. And if it really is, then you always have the option to stop. No one's making you do anything. But if you're on the edge, I'd say do it. Definitely do it. So yeah, I think that's all for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope this helped you make your decision for whether or not to join band, and I hope the decision was yes. I hope you all are having a great day, as I already said. I know it's been a crazy month. Apparently this is 100 days since coronavirus was discovered, or I probably passed that once I upload this video. But yeah, it's insane. I've been stuck at home for 4 weeks because I'm immunocompromised. I'm not allowed to leave. I haven't been able to see pretty much anyone. I've left to go on small walks with my dogs, and that's about it. I feel a little trapped. I'm going a little crazy, but at least I have YouTube. I can make videos. I can do crafts. I have so many crafts that I've picked up since this has happened. I've caught up on so much schoolwork that I had fallen behind a little bit and because I went on a trip right before this entire thing started. And so I'm all caught up with that. I feel so great about my instrument. If you have an instrument and you're already a band, take this opportunity to practice. You have so much time. There's no excuse not to. We both know that you're not spending the entire day doing schoolwork. Do some band, do some instrument. If you're not in band but you have an instrument, practice it. It'll just make it go by so much quicker. It'll make it so much more enjoyable. Pick up a hobby if you're bored like I am. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time on Craft, Create, and Bake.